Once again, I'm taking 2 colors plus black and white and a variety of different pencils and crayons to create. Come join me. Hello and welcome. So glad you're here. I am still in Croatia in my parents' laundry room creating art. And I don't have the best equipment with me, but I wanted to get these videos out to you, so I hope you're okay with them. I am working on 14 by 11 inch paper that I have taped off. And if you leave the word resources, I will send you a link to where you can purchase that tape. I love this tape because for the most part, it doesn't stick, but at the end here, you're going to see that it did end up sticking a bit. All right, I'm using Fluorescent Pink and Quinacridone Red, 2 favorite colors. I did a video using those 2 colors not too long ago, and I will link it here. That's from the video, so I'll link it here for you if you want to check that out. But it's interesting because I'm using the same 2 colors plus black and white and a variety of different mark making tools, but they turned out so different. The other thing I want to comment here is, and I showed you the bottle earlier, is I did put down a layer of gesso this time. In the past, I have not been doing that. All of my other videos, I'm not doing that. But this time I thought, you know what, let me do that and let me see, how different that feels. And I did notice that, of course, and this is the reason why I love gesso, is I did notice that the paint really glides over the paper as opposed to getting absorbed into the paper. Okay, grab my mark making tools there, pencils, crayons. I'm using my non-dominant hand, which is my left hand, just my way of trying to stay loose. So put down some marks. These here are Inktense pencils, which I love because when you get a little bit of water on it or paint, they kind of smear around, and I love that smearing. All right, grabbing some paintbrushes. Now this is a mixed black. What that means is that when I have leftover paint, I throw it into this jar, and I really don't have a whole lot in there. It's kind of drying out. I need to put out too much paint so that I have more to put into this jar. And I've already got paint on me. So I did put on some hand lotion earlier, and I was able to just wipe that paint right off. And that's why I like using hand lotion. Any hand lotion works. You don't have to buy that special hand lotion for artists. Any out there is going to work for you. It just makes it easier when you go to wash your hands or wipe it off. It comes off so much easier. All right, coming right into, I've got basically two shades of pink to work with, right? I've got my Fluorescent Pink and my Quinacridone Red. And if you add some white to Quinacridone Red, it will definitely make a pink color. Working with some gray here too, so using that mixed black that I had, or actually I think I put out a little bit of regular black and not the mixed black because again, I was almost out of that mixed black. So just moving through this, I was kind of getting frustrated in this process because I couldn't come up with enough variations of these pink colors. So values, think of values, really dark and really light and everywhere in between. So I was kind of struggling with that. But in the end, I really liked the way these 4 turned out. And there's 2, I especially love the way that they turned out. That seems to always happen when I'm working in multiples like this, which is, by the way, a fantastic way to stay loose. And that was the whole reason I started creating these series of videos where I'm working on multiple pieces on paper because I was getting way too tight and I wasn't happy with what I was producing. So I thought, you know what? I think it's time to loosen up. And the best way for me to loosen up is to work on multiple pieces at one time. And especially in the, oh, I don't really care how they turn out attitude is what I'm trying to do here. Or another way to say it is, let's have some fun and play. So that's what I'm trying to do in this whole series that I'm doing is I'm just trying to have some fun and play. Okay, I grabbed a piece of paper, and I did this in one of my other videos where I just used the edge of it, but this time I'm cutting out a circle. And I'm going to use that kind of like a stencil. I was trying to think of the word. Like a stencil. So just finding different places to put it. I probably could have just done this with the paintbrush, but I kind of like the stencil idea, and it's fun making your own stencils. And, if you want to, make some of your own, grab a larger piece of paper. You can cut lines into it. You can cut curvy lines into it. You can cut circles, kind of like the ones I have in that upper right quadrant. Not just a big hole, but maybe, a total circle there. So you can create your own stencils. Don't buy them at the store, make some of your own, and then they are yours. They're your signature stencils. All right, coming in with some really dark drips. And I'm doing this with just a lot of water on my brush. And what I've found over the years is that I used to always spray them, but then I'd have a fine mist of spray everywhere, and I didn't like that, of the color. And so this way it's more, I don't know, I can manage it a little bit better. Now, I don't like how dark these lines are, so I'm dipping my rag in water and I'm just trying to lift it up a bit. So I have this love-hate relationship with drips. I love them, but yet at the same time, I think that they're sometimes too much, and maybe it's because this color that I chose. It's of course black, and black is really going to stand out a lot. So I could have done white drips. Maybe that wouldn't have been so bad. Coming in here with my rigger, which is a brush with really long bristles on it, and I love working with this, especially doing this filling in. It's, I believe, also called a script brush, but I never use it to do any I don't know, intentional fine lines, but yet I do. I guess I picture people using it to do realistic paintings, like a tree, like branches on a tree, but that's not how I use it. I really abuse it, to be honest with you. That's my way of using it. All right, and it works great, making these kinds of circles, lines. But make sure you get water on it, because it's really hard to get that paint to move if it's too dry. I did speed this up, as you know, but I was moving fairly quickly through all of them. And that's what I love about this, is I can just jump from one to another to another. And if I'm going to put dots over here, then maybe I will do some dots somewhere else, or maybe I'll do a little filling in with that same color while it's still on my brush. Now, if you would like to learn to create abstract art, which is more my inspiration of fields of flowers, I've got a what I call my flagship course that really walks you through everything. Plus, we do a number of exercises throughout that course. So if you're interested, leave the word course down below, and I'm going to send you a link to all of my courses. But I'm going to put here on the screen for you my flagship course so that you know what that one looks like. And the flagship course is actually part of a bundle that I have on my site. So you can get it for less, and you get 2 courses. So you may want to check that out. Okay, so I was pointing to one area there, and then I don't remember what I did to fix it, but something about that was bothering me. Coming in with drips here, and again, just a whole lot of water on my brush. And I went with this kind of mauve color because I felt like those black lines were a bit much, and I didn't want to come in with black again, so kind of did something a bit more subtle. Now here I'm just dipping into the white, and I'm trying to bring out some dots so that I can see them a little bit better. All right, hit it with the heat gun or hair dryer one more time. Now I did turn off my lights here because I have a ring light that I brought over from the States, and it has the electrical current for the States, and I'm in Croatia, which has the European current. And what happens is it'll overheat and shut off. So I thought I would give it a little break while I was drying so that I don't lose light as I try to finish this up. All right, when I come in with my pencils again and crayons and stuff, that's the end. And I want to just put those final touches in there. And a lot of these, like I've said before, you're not going to see them from a distance, but up close, you are going to notice them. And I love this pencil that I bought. I think I got it Oh, God, now I can't remember. I'm thinking maybe I got it when I was in Canada. Anyway, love the color, and I forgot that I had it here. So I'm adding it to these. Even though I went with warm colors here, I love throwing in just a little something interesting. And to me, having that teal color adds some interest. Here I'm using a China marker in yellow. Again, adding a little bit of interest by doing something different. Oh, actually, that was just the China marker. I don't know what I used before. Anyway, some other yellow. All right, coming in with, this is gold. It's gold Stabilo Woody. And again, if you want a link to my favorite art supplies, just leave the word resources down below and I'll send that to you. But the gold I never use, but I thought it was interesting using it here. All right, peeling this off. Now here I screwed up and I peeled off some of the paper, which I was very upset about. So you're going to see me grab the hairdryer, and the trick here is heat up the tape so that it comes off without lifting the paper. And I had no issues once I did that. Sometimes I put down this tape like a day before, especially if I'm down in the laundry room doing something, waiting for the laundry to finish. I'll tape it up while I'm waiting. And I think I did that the other day here. Okay, so this time I'm going to stand up so that you guys can see this so much better. My last video, I kind of messed a few things up. All right, so nice close-ups here. I've got some still images for you as well. Hey, I would love it if you would subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Okay, I'm going to tell you about these canvases. I bought these larger canvases for the guest room, and I'm going to make something on those. Don't know what yet, so I'm working on that. And let's see, up on the wall, that blue one is the last video I did. I will link it up here for you, so if you want to check that one out. Anyway, going back to, I am just over 90,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I would love for you to help me reach 100,000. So share this video with your artsy friends. Okay, that's the other piece that I did a couple of weeks ago. Same colors, but totally different outcome, right? Okay, another rainy day, and it's actually getting dark because the sun is already going down, so it's looking even drearier than it was that day. All right, so you can kind of see me there, and I'm going to turn the camera around for you so I can say hi to you. So I can be my little dorky self and say hello from the laundry room. Okay, so I've got some still images for you coming up. And again, tell me, I think I did this in the last video, tell me which one you like the best, which one speaks to your heart the most. So there was one, number 2, number 3, and then number 4. And I'm going to tell you, I'm stuck between 2. 1 and 4 really are speaking to my heart. And here's the image of all of them. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Hit that subscribe button, help me reach 100,000 subscribers, and I'll be making more videos for you shortly. All right. Thanks for being here, and wishing you a super fabulous and creative day. Take care.